We had a lot of whipsaw today, and we're going to talk about what the SPY and QQQ really need to do in order to break out of this range, which we are setting up for a trend move here. But let's get into it. It is Thursday, March 20th, 2025. Again, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Appreciate all of you for doing so. It really helps out the channel. And again, I will do another giveaway, in a couple weeks or a month, or maybe once a month if we can continue hitting 200 likes. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Anyways, get into it today. So markets today with a big whipsaw session. And we had a gap down. I was actually quite impressed with how we had a good buy the dip here. So we gapped down after FOMC, and a lot of the time, the day after FOMC, you'll kind of reverse the move. And I think that's what a lot of traders are betting on. We got that push in the morning, and then they said, nope, we're just going to take it the other way. Went back to 570 and just kind of slow fade off of that. But you guys know that's the level. And above that, let me get rid of these day trading lines here. Above that gives bulls some control back. So that's the big area. We've hammered on it 3 times in 4 days. Tomorrow is OPEX for the month of March. It's going to be like $4 trillion expiring. The positive for the markets here is that you have a lot, most of that is puts and they're OTM. So that can create a positive buyback effect here. And end of quarter, we'll have a little bit of that too. But this market does have a pretty pinned feel to it right now. But the bulls here, bottom line, you've got to take this 570 out. Now, I do like the fact that you're hitting on it multiple times, and you're doing so with higher lows. That usually indicates that we're going to try and break that. But until we get above there, you still have to give bears control. And even then, bears still have control. But bulls would be able to wrestle some of that back, and we would, have a positive bias. I think above, I'm going to call it 5675 SPX. That also gives bulls a little bit of control here, kind of like on an intraday basis. And really on like a weekly close, I think that would be a good sign. But that is the previous all-time high. It's also basically just above the weekly 50. And you can see here, every time we get above that area, it's, we rally, right? Right there, we kind of hit it. We hit it there, we rallied, we broke down, we back tested, it failed, right? We essentially hit it here, broke above, rallied, gapped through it. So, and then, obviously above FOMC, below it, and then above, right? So back above here would be a positive, and really just the 570 to me. Why do I say that? Because it clears all these. I mean, there's a level here from last Monday and this past Monday. They're different. One of them's 50 cents away, but you have I'll just say 570 to keep it even, and 570 negates that inside bar. It gets above that macro trend line, and it also gets us above this pivot low from a couple weeks ago. It's a big gamma area. Speaking of gamma, there was a little bit of right tail here, possibly, but we'd have to rally into the close. This is for tomorrow, and we're seeing a lot of dealer interest up there. Short put at 580, and it's there 490 on QQQ as well, which isn't that far away. But I think we would need to see. I mean, we got about 40 minutes left. We need to see a run at 570 by the close to get anywhere in that range. So right now it does feel like we're just kind of pinned here and waiting for that expiry. But yeah, bulls trying to float up a little bit here. I do get the feeling we're just kind of pinned to 565-ish today. But if we can push back up and make a run, that definitely opens the door for a little bit of right tail going into tomorrow. But it's OPEX too, so I mean, you can't really expect, I'm not going to call for a gap and go on OPEX, or even like a gap down. I'm not saying we can't go down tomorrow, but I would expect pinning type action. And again, volatility, here's the the positive for bulls right now. Volatility is still very suppressed, and it likely will be until end of quarter. So I think at best for bears, you just see bear chop, bear flag type chop action, and then afterwards you could follow through on that. And I think the downside would probably be even greater if you were to do that than if you tried to break it down quickly next week. I don't see us getting much past 540. I think that would be a kind of like a false low type situation. That said, in the near term, yeah, again, if bulls can just break above this, I don't think the 200 is too big of a deal because we've consolidated, but it's more about this level here. That's kind of the line in the sand. And you can see, I mentioned this yesterday after the close. I said, I don't love that close that much. Why? Because, below it, you know, essentially the closing above that says the bulls are serious, right? They're not playing games. So we'll see what happens here. And yeah, the 200 right above that, you got a gap fill. There's plenty of levels, 575. But I think that the ultimate level, at least minimum on a retrace, is 580. So again, you can see the 50% fib right there, pretty clear. But we'll see how these flows affect things. I mean, we've been really, I mean, look at this tight range here this week. So it's been a really tough tape to trade, but we are getting trends soon. So this has been setting up nicely. And again, we're trying to hammer on it. But bulls got to prove it. That's the bottom line. QQQ, again, 490 is a possibility. It's going to take, you know, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but, you know, maybe there's a catalyst overnight. It's going to require Mag 7 to catch up. Maybe they can into end of quarter. They have lagged a little bit. They were outperforming this morning. So you can see Apple there got a good bid. Microsoft, Google, and Meta was up big. Amazon was up big. And we're seeing still kind of outperformance from XLE and XLF. So, and during that time, in fact, this morning, XLE, you know, it was going up, but not like, you know, Meta was, right? Not like Apple was, Amazon. So I think that's kind of the key here. Another thing bulls want to see, Mag 7 catch up, possibly end of quarter, and energy. It doesn't have to back off, but just take a breather. Financials, another positive for bulls here. XLF up 18 cents. This has been leading the tape. It's usually good when financials lead too. One other positive is the Russell, believe it or not, here is actually, you know, did not make a lower low intraday today. Neither did the spiders, but looking at where the FOMC candle was yesterday, this didn't even get close. You know, spiders and the Qs actually took it out. So you're seeing that relative weakness here. But still got bear control here until proven otherwise. So those levels are pretty clear. Yeah, 485 just been a 480 to 485 has been a magnet for QQQ. If we can, you know, push up, we can try for 490, but I don't think it's going to happen until next week. IWM again, hitting the 20 MA. It is parallel to price though, so it's minor for now. But IWM backing off. We got the Dow here today down 39 cents. And, you know, it got a fractional close above the 200 yesterday. And it's right there again. Semiconductors, we'd have Micron after the bell. So no idea how that's going to go. That's been in a range for a long time. So no idea how that is going to go. But that will move the market a little bit. Specifically tech. SMH down 91 cents. Again, you got to clear that 20 MA to get some upside going. And I still think there's a ton of resistance at 245, even if it were to go up there. But anyway, IGV, same thing. You know, boom, right here. It's trying to push above this level. So you can, looks just like the spiders. A 200 MA is kind of equivalent to this. Like it's hammered on it 3 out of the last 4 days. So it wants to get there, but it's got to get through this. You know, it's got to get through OPEX. You got to get through this without a tariff headline or something wild. But the line in the sand is very clear here. Transports here down 37 basis points, still very weak, way overdone still, but not in good shape. Interest rates, let's take a look here. And by the way, you can see here, I got China here at HK. That took a hit today, and the DAX was down too. And I was actually thinking this morning, maybe this is it here for the stock market, for U.S. markets, because you got the DAX down, dollar up, right? Yields down. So this whole pair trade has been like short America, short dollar, long euro, long EU, and those names. And I think maybe that's going to unwind here because the dollar got slammed yesterday. It had a really strong open first half of the day, and then it got slammed. But then it came right back today. It says, oh, maybe this is going to unwind here a little bit. But dollar did hold up, but rates here, you can see 2-year down, but came off the lows. Same thing with 5s, 10s, and 30s. Kind of a, honestly, shitty reversal here for like anybody who's long bonds. So TLT just kind of getting sold into. So, you know, it's looking more like yesterday was short covering rather than like the market actually saying, oh, wait, like rates are going to go down, at least on the long end anyway. So rates still holding up, especially on that long end of the curve. XHB down 11 cents. Still got to get through 100 and then try for 102.50. VNQ's actually got a pretty decent pattern if it can hold up and if the market can cooperate. You got a bull inside bar 1, 2, 3. You know, need the market to cooperate. You know, we're just, it's 565, just kind of holding us right in here. Yeah, we talked about XLF. That's a sector leader. So that's probably your biggest positive for bulls. ARE, again, the same level there around, what, 58. That's got to get cleared. And then same thing with the KBE. It's right, you know, it's right into those moving averages there. Same thing with broker dealers. Oil here had a good day. And again, I think, again, this dollar up, you know, yields off the lows. They reversed pretty nice. They're not green, but they reversed hard off the lows, and oil up. So again, you know, oil is saying, well, we're not worried about a recession here. And rates seem to be kind of confirming that. The dollar seems to be confirming that a little bit. I'm not saying we can't have one, but right now oil is green, and guess what? That inside bar is negated now. So we have a clear failure here. So that could send oil to 70, maybe 72. I'll be watching for that to follow through. XLE with a good day, up 28 cents. Again, this just keeps going. XOP, inside day, nothing wrong with that. And same thing with OIH. Really got to clear this 260 area on a weekly close. Even better if we can clear, what's this pivot, 262.18. So if we could close above that on the weekly, that would be a good look for OIH. We had uranium plays getting a bid today. CCJ popping back to 46. That's a little bit of a line in the sand there. And then URNM is slowly coming off the lows. We like this weekly level, and it's hit nicely. Straight into it, good bounce. See, you know, bulls need to do a lot more, but definitely better. URNJ, you know, 17 to 18, that's your spot there for a back test. Nat gas down 6%, so now starting to work on a bear inside bar. It is above the moving averages, though, so they can fail more often. It did get top heavy, though. I have no comment further with that. Dollar we talked about. Trying to work on a little W bottom, right? Trying. So look at an hourly. You can kind of see it. So we'll see if I can get going. I think I can get back to 105, maybe 106 in due time. Gold here just goes up. Just flat in the futures here, though. I think that's still got a little bit higher. And then silver will catch up to that afterwards. That pattern's setting up good too. So we got bull inside bar. Here's your resistance, right? We went up into it. And this is the day that everybody like threw the baby out with the bathwater. Silver's gonna crash. And then it just, you know, consolidated and went up. So we're testing it again, and now we've got consolidation here. So it needs to set up a little bit more, maybe a couple more days, and it might be ready to make a run. So that's holding up. Platinum here again, mess. I haven't touched it in a while. I'm probably not going to touch it for a while either. Same thing with palladium. And then copper here, still going. I mean, it's, you know, flat today, but inside hammer, maybe a little top heavy. All right. Yeah, Bitcoin was holding up, but right back below the 200. So we'll see where it closes at the end of the day tonight. Did clear those moving averages, now a retrace. So just a lot of back and forth here. If this can bid up and kind of hold these levels, you know, it can try to consolidate this move and then try for 92.5 or 91.5 again to 92. But little dip there. So no follow through. It's OPEX week. I'm not surprised. In fact, let me just see what did IBIT get to. Yeah, this isn't going to go past like. It's not going to go past. It's not even close to 50. But $50.50 is the max on that for tomorrow. We're not even near it. So, but who knows? You know, crypto gets news. It pumps and it dumps really quickly. All right, spiders here. Yep, just pinned to 565. Yeah, woo, big event. So again, 570. That's still the big level, and you know, 56.75. That does give you some bias here on an intraday basis. So bulls want to see that clear. Otherwise, you still have bear control. I know this is kind of people are talking a bear flag. It's a little immature, and we are coming into OPEX tomorrow. So I don't think we're going to get trend tomorrow, but we're setting up for it. If we don't get it tomorrow, we can get it Monday. So that's the line in the sand. But anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. You guys take care. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I will see you guys all tomorrow.